Okay, what I'm about to show you is how to make a spin wheel. This was my version of it. I tried all different kinds of ways, only way I could make it work. So this is the final product. As you can see, it's really well decorated, nice bright colors to get people's attention. Spinning it gets people's attention. You win the toy, you win whatever is in each of the blocks. So now what I'm going to do is try to explain to you how to build this. Hopefully this will make sense because this has been a 2-year process. So let me just start from the basics. First of all, everything is removable to a point, just for transport. Next thing, the base that you probably want to see. Okay, here is the base. I just had a piece of like white shelving stuff that was laying around in the garage. It was already cut. It worked. Okay, so I had that base. Then I attached, as you should be able to see, hopefully, I just used a paint stir stick, and dremelled out a little notch for it to go into. What I discovered was that this kept loosening up. So I ended up having to put 2 L brackets in, and then putting a little screw at the very top, which you should be able to see. So did that. That now keeps it steady. It also does not come off. I can unscrew it for permanent storage though. Then I just did duct tape, because duct tape's girl's best friend. Duct taped that, and then just got some plastic file folders, cut them all up, used them for the rest of the spin wheel, but also used it to make the floppy doodle thing. Then I also had a piece of wood, I forget what it came from, just a simple base. I needed a base to hold the wheel. So I had this, screwed it into the base. Okay, great. Got some covering, like shelf stuff, and put that on top, decorated it with glittery paint, and put my little sign on there, for the dollar spin. And these tags are removable, so you can change. If you want to change the dollar amount, how much you want to charge for the spin, you can do that. But everything is removable when it comes to that. Yeah, so I just decorated it up, as you can see, woof, 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 because this is for dogs. This is for fundraising. And then just got some ribbon at the local fabric store and decorated it around the side. It's just called getting people's attention. These little ditties, got these from the dollar store. Made little holes to stick them in. It just brightens the whole display up, gets people's attention. That's what you want to do, because they want to see this from across the venue. Okay, so that's how I did that. Pretty simple. Now you'd think the whole process is simple, but it is not. That's what I discovered, at least, because I'm lame. So, in order to make the spin wheel itself, what I've done, and we're going to try to do it this way, what I used was a piece of paneling that was left over from this house. And I just cut it into a circle. It's approximately 20 inches. It's not perfect by any stretch, but it serves the purpose. Then I had the floors redone in the kitchen, so I had some excess linoleum, put that on the back. The purpose of putting that on the back was so that I could put nails or screws into the plywood, and that's what the flapperdoodle hits, but I needed to have it so that they would not stick out and hurt whoever was transporting or touching this unit. These are removable. That was my dog Cassie, and no, you don't get her too. So, final decision was, this whole thing wasn't working until I did this. Went out to the local Home Depot, got a 6-inch lawnmower wheel. It's the smallest wheel you can get. I then silicone epoxied the wheel to the linoleum. I don't want this wheel to come off. Then what I used was a 1/2-inch piece of PVC, real inexpensive. Got the elbow, as you can see, got an elbow there. Used a bolt that comes through. It's one of those bolt thingies. It's not completely, I can't find another one. It's smooth, and then it goes to the threads, because you want it smooth inside of the wheel itself. all you're doing right now is attaching this L to the wheel. The wheel and the L are attached permanently with PVC glue. Cannot come off. I don't want them to come off. Then have the bolt. If I could find one while I'm doing this, I will show it to you. So then I've got the bolt through that. You can use just a straight piece of 1/2-inch PVC pipe for this that gets stuck into the base of the spin wheel. I have it separated because at one point I had it longer. Then once I attached the wheel, it became too top heavy, so I had to shorten the whole thing. So just use one shot deal of, you know, PVC to bring it up to whatever height you need. At the bottom, there's supposed to be a cap, but apparently it's, I don't know where it is. Okay. Or no, I took the cap out. Oh, okay, anyway. So down at the bottom, there was supposed to be a cap here, and apparently it fell out, but it still works. So I decorated the pipe, you know, with little paw print stuff, just so you wouldn't be looking at PVC pipe. So that's what the back looks like. Not pretty, but nobody sees it except for the person running the booth or running the spin wheel. So then on the front, what I have is that same plastic, the same plastic folders that I bought. And I got them in like a Goodwill, an incredible amount for some stupid price. Sorry about that. Just cut them into little shapes because I wanted, you know, 8 different choices when you spun the wheel. Glued them on and then decorate them with bright, you know, glittery paint and used ribbon and just decorated the whole unit to make it, you know, dog, since that's what we're doing. Now the center, as you can see, I've got a bolt here plus a plastic washer. You have to use plastic, otherwise it will not work. So you've got the bolt, this is the bolt that's running through back to here. So you need that bolt to go through the entire thing. It has to be one piece. And again, it's the bolt that's flat and then it goes thready. So depending on what you end up doing depends on the size of the bolt that you need. They're not that expensive. Yeah, decorate. These little taggies, whatever you're putting in to the spin wheel, just make a little tag that will fit whatever, you know, space you've got. Write down what it is. As you spin off all of your items, all you gotta do is remove it. And then you can put another one there for whatever else you have. Or what I've done in the past, once you're out of, you know, whatever it is, you have nothing to replace it with, someone lands on that, then they get whatever they want. You can have a lot of fun with this spin wheel. You can make a lot of money for whatever organization you're with. It's fun. I'd like to say, you know, it probably cost me maybe total $25. I had a lot of stuff sitting around. So call it maybe $25 in cost. Time probably spent to get to this point where it's working now, probably spent about 90 hours working on this. But it is very effective and you will raise money for your organization. So, let me just a minute here. As you'll notice, in the center of that base, I have a hole. And I just used a drill bit, you know, to make holes the size of the pipe, because I had to get that pipe in there. And it's just deep enough to hold it. So then what you do, this is how it's stored. The base and this wheel are separate. Once you get to wherever you are, you just plant that little puppy right in there, get it even, and you've got your little Twizzler dealies that make it all sparkly shiny, get everyone's attention. Can you see that all right? Yeah, I think you can. Let's see if I can get up. Okay. See, you've got that going on. People can come up, spin it.